very good afternoon to you. Welcome to this edition of Lunchtime News. I'm Shahim Jurangpati. Making headlines this afternoon, a leak in the pipeline carrying oil from the Colombo harbour to Colonnava. Two youths drowned in Berwala. India claim overall title in the World Carom Championships in Sri Lanka. Now for the stories in detail, another leak has sprung up in the pipeline carrying fuel from the Colombo port to Colonnava. Media spokesperson for Ceylon Petroleum Storage Terminals Limited, Nishanka Jawardena, said that the leak had been taking place since last night.
මේ වන විට තත්ත්වය අපි අලුත් වැඩියා කටයුතු 70ක් පමණ කරන.
We were informed last night that a leak had sprung up in a fuel pipe near the paddy sales board in Meetorumulla. The pipeline runs from the Colombo harbour to the Colonnava fuel storage facility. We are looking into it. Repairs are being carried out right now. It must be emphasized that it is only a minor leak. We are taking steps to stop the leak within the next 1 or 2 hours.
සිදුවන්නේ නැති වෙලාවක තමයි වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. තා පැය දෙකකින් පමණ මේක අවසන් කරන්න කටයුතු යොදලා තියෙනවා.
Moving on, the eldest son of former Deputy Minister Hussein Bahila, Mohammad Nadim Hussein, died in a motorcycle accident in Polonnaruwa last night. Responding to an inquiry made, the former Deputy Minister said that his son had died when his motorcycle had collided with a lorry.
The accident had occurred at around 10:30 last night near the 85-kilometer post in Manampitia. Former Deputy Minister Hussein Bahila's son had been travelling from Polonnaruwa to Batticaloa on his motorcycle when the accident occurred. The police stated that the lorry had been travelling from Batticaloa to Kuliapitia. Mohammad Nadim was 43 years old at the time of his demise. The driver of the lorry has been arrested in connection with the incident, while both vehicles involved in the accident have been impounded by the police. The police stated that the driver of the lorry would be produced before the Polonnaruwa magistrate today.
Two youths who were having a sea bath in Berwala have drowned. The police said that the two youths had died after being admitted to the Nagoda General Hospital.
The victims had been bathing in the sea with 2 other individuals last evening. The first to drown had been Sumit Priyankara, while the other youth, Charit Vasanta, who attempted to save Priyankara, had also drowned. Following the incident, area residents had alerted the authorities and carried out a search operation. 20-year-old Charit Vasanta is the youngest in a family of 3. Sumit Priyankara is a 28-year-old resident of the Dialagoda area in Maggona.
Leader of the Democratic National Alliance and former army commander Sarath Fonseca says that he is ready to go before the people in order to ensure the independence of the judiciary. Now, he made this observation while addressing a meeting in the Ruanvalla town yesterday. A group including parliamentarian Jayantha Katakoda and former Chief Justice Sarath N. Silva were also present at the meeting. This government has no regard for senior citizens. They do not care of those who have served in the state sector for 30 to 40 years. The woman who is in the most respected position in this country, the Chief Justice, has faced this situation because she served the people. We need to save this country from this system. At this point, we are ready to go before the people to save the judiciary. We are ready to come forward to ensure the independence of the judiciary and the country.
All of you present here face many problems at home, in educating your children, providing for your children's health and other requirements. Over 40% of the country's income is wasted due to corruption. It is because of the money that is wasted that you have to pay taxes. This is why our cost of living is high. This is why we lose our jobs. All this is because of corruption.
Brazil in local news, a group of area residents staged a demonstration today, charging that Temple Road in Ekala Jaila was in a dilapidated state. Our reporters said that protesters had set fire to tires on the road. The protesters said that the road becomes extremely muddy during rainy weather and it's very dusty during dry weather. When news first made inquiries, the chairman of the Jaila Pradesh Sabha, Lalit Nishanta Abe Vikrama, promised to resolve this issue. He said that the project had been delayed due to the massive cost and not because of neglect. Moving on to more local news, the Police Special Task Force has decided to establish a temporary STF camp in Kotaketana, Kahawata. Commanding Officer of the Police STF, DIG RMC Ranavana, said that the decision was taken in order to apprehend the suspects in a spate of murders that have taken place in the area recently. The Deputy Inspector General added that steps are being taken to deploy STF personnel in addition to personnel already deployed in the area. Ranavan said that the STF would also assist in the ongoing police investigations into the spate of murders in the area. The remains of an ancient building have been uncovered during development work in the Ambanpola area. The ancient remains had been discovered in this manner in the Nalava area in Ambanpola. A correspondent stated that the discovery had been made while a backhoe machine was digging the area to install a new water pipe system. When news first made inquiries, the Director of Archaeology in the Northwestern Province, Chitrani Malkanti, said that she had not been informed about the discovery even by this morning. The police have arrested 5 individuals on suspicion of illegally excavating for treasure in Suryavava. The police said that the suspects were residents of the Valigama area in Suryavava. The suspects are to be produced in court later today. Senior local news, the Ministry of Agrarian Services and Wildlife says that they have commenced a distribution of paddy seeds to farmers whose crops were damaged due to the recent drought. Deputy Minister S.M. Chandrasena said that farmers in Anuradhapura, Polonnaruwa, Putlam and Kurunegala districts are being provided paddy seeds. The Deputy Minister added that this program is being carried out together with the Ministry of Agriculture. A phone line has been introduced to report problems with regard to identification cards for next month's GCE O-level examination. Commissioner of the Department of Registration of Persons, Jagat Vijayveera, stated that problems regarding identification cards can be reported to the phone line 011 258 3122.
By the
31st of this month, the issuing of national identity cards to all students who have completed the age of 16 will be completed. Any student or principal who has issues regarding the identity cards could address their issues by calling the hotline 0112 583 122. 0112 583 122. They should call this number immediately as we have a dedicated team to address such issues. The National Transport Commission states that they have halted the issuance of temporary licenses in the central and north central provinces. Chairman of the Commission, Roshan Gunawardena, stated that this step was taken as anomalies have taken place in the past when issuing temporary licenses. Now he added that, however, steps will be taken to issue temporary licenses during the festive season, considering the need for more buses. Well, now in sports news, India yesterday claimed the overall title at the World Carom Championship. The World Carom Championships took place over the last 4 days in Colombo.
120 competitors from 18 countries took part at this year's event. While the overall title went to India, the runners-up award was claimed by host Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka also claimed the men's singles title after captain Nishantha Fernando beat India's Karni Dasan 2-0. The women's singles title went to Rashmi Kumari of India. Her opponent in the final was compatriot Ilavashi Kuli. India also won the men's and women's team events, with Sri Lanka emerging runners-up. India came into the tournament as reigning champions.
Well, that ends lunchtime news here on MTV Sports. Join us again at 1:55 for more of the very latest. I'm Shine Jerome Bharti. Take care and goodbye.